It's a Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. So let me, take a off-ramp, really quick off-ramp from politics for a second, just for a second. If you've listened to the show for a long time, I love a few things. First and foremost, I love my God. You know that, right? You've heard me talk about it at the end of every show, every night. I say God loves you. So I love my God. Just got rebaptized to renew my vow with my God. I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy, born and raised mama's boy. No shame in my game for saying that. I love my mama. And she passed away 3 years ago. I talk to her 3-4 times a day. And some of you may laugh at that. Some of you may say that's incredible. Some of you may not believe it. But I do talk to my mom 2-3 times a day. And she's right there with me every step of the way. You also, if you listen to the show, you know that I love sports. And I've been playing sports, watching sports since I was a kid. And I love sports. And, because I love sports, you might also determine that I gamble, right? It's not as much as I used to, but I gamble. Also, if you've listened to the show, you will realize or should have realized that I love music. I love music. And because of the way I was raised in Harlem, all right, and I was raised at a time when hip-hop was first coming up, was first starting. I remember watching Crazy Legs breakdance on a cardboard box on 92nd and Columbus Avenue where my cousin Barry used to live. And when I went to spend a night at his house, we'd stand right there on a corner talking, not making fun of, but while watching Crazy Legs and his crew breakdance on a corner. I remember going to Disco Fever. I remember going to T-Connection. I remember running from Bronx River, having to run to the train station. Growing up in New York City, it was all good. It wasn't bad. But the music was everywhere. I remember as I got into high school going down to Roxy at a time when it was really a skating rink and the music was being played in the middle while people skated around us dancers in the middle. I remember this like it was yesterday. It's the first time I danced or partied with Asians and white kids and bridge and tunnel kids, Jersey kids, black kids from the Bronx, everybody all mixed in one down at the Roxy. Going to the garage in college. Coming down here to Atlanta and going to Kaya and MJQ. Oh, MJQ, the memories. Going to the big clubs, Club 112 here in Atlanta. I've always been that guy. I've always gone out. I've loved music, all kinds of music. Because I went to private school, I grew up with classic rock. I had, not Run DMC, but I had the Treacherous 3 on my knapsack written in ink, and I also had the Rolling Stones on my knapsack in high school. So I love all music. My family's from Jamaica, so reggae was a pretty prominent part of my life. I go to Jamaica every other summer. So I grew up a whole summer listening to reggae. I also had parts of my family that loved salsa, so I grew up listening to salsa. So my musical love, the love for music in my life has been all around me. I've been telling you for months that the best party in this city, the party for me that I go to every Tuesday night as much as I can at Smith Olde Bar, it's called the Listening Room. You've got to go there. If you get a chance, go there before it goes away. I don't know if it'll ever go away, but things come to an end. I don't think it's going to anytime soon, but, that's what happens. But all those clubs those memories, all those clubs that I just talked about, the musical history that I have, I hear every Tuesday night at Smith's Olde Bar. And the last time I was there, I thought to myself, I'm not a DJ, but I really love music. But I'm not a DJ. So they never say, hey, Shelley, we'd like to give you an hour, because I'm not a DJ. But I can play music, because I love music. Like, for instance, if they said to me at Smith's Olde Bar, the organizers, Big X, in the Listening Room in Smith's Olde Bar, if they came to me and said, Shelley Winter, we know you got a radio show. You might be able to pack the place out because a lot of your listeners will come to hear you play music, not DJ. I'd start off with something like this. Oh, we'll get to it. There we go. That's something like this. I'd play this in the listening room. And then, as I sat around and thought about it, You know, I might go to, I don't know, something like this. Yeah. Nice song, brings you back. Danceable. Fatback Band, coming off of Barabbas. And then I might say, you know what, Shelly, I feel like listening to this. Nice little gospel song. He's a friend of mine. Danceable, singable, everything. And then, you know, just to keep the vibe going, I may play this. From my high school days, a little remix of the Rolling Stones' Miss You. Because this is part of my past. It's part of what growing up in New York City, growing up in my time. And so this is all part of my musical history that I could play at the listening room at Smith Olde. And I might think about maybe this.
I'm Johnny Cash.
Why not? It's a great song. Danceable, singable.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around.
It'll play very well because everybody at the listening room at Smith's Old Bar would know the song and they'd all sing along. But then, you know, people want to not just sing. They want to just not record me doing this, so they'd want to dance. So I'd play this. Yellow Man, an all-time great in reggae that nobody ever plays. King Yellow Man. But I'd play this. And then so, you know, as the night went on, I have only an hour, so maybe I play this. Nice gospel song, Sinnerman, Nina Simone telling the Sinnerman that he ran everywhere to get help, but everybody kept turning him down until God sent him to the devil. These are good songs with meaning and danceable and singable. That's what I would do if at any point in time the organizers of the listening room at Smith's Old Bar ever said, Shelley Winter, we'll give you an hour. I might even play this.
Keep control.
Time warp? Heck yeah. Why wouldn't I? Because every single person in that room watched and has been to Rocky Horror Picture Show in their life. And they know and they'll sing along to that song. No one's ever played that in the listening room. So this is what I bring to the table, not as a DJ, but as a lover of music. And because people have to dance, I'll play this. Treacherous 3, my old way back Harlem days. They lived down the street on Common Avenue from me. Played ball with them one time. That brings back memories. But you know, I love my house music. House in the Park is coming up Labor Day weekend. Got my tickets already. I'm ready. Got my tent. Got my new wagon and everything. I'd have to play this. Nothing left? Oh, didn't record. Anyway, it was Mystery of Love. But anyway, that's me. That's Shelley Winter. So, shameless plug, shameless plea. If you see this video, and you will see it, just leave a comment. Say, hey, organizers of Smith's Old Bar, give Shelley an hour. Doesn't have to be now. Doesn't have to be during the summer. It could be way in the fall. Give them an hour just to play some music that will bring back memories for us all. Because it would be a dream come true for me. It really would. Because I love music. I love God. I love my mom. I love sports. And I love music of every single form. Now, let me tie it all to politics. Because of that upbringing I just told you, it's why I don't have a political home. It's why this show is for the political homeless. Because if you grew up like me, and millions and millions and millions of you did, you know that all those genres, when you bring them together, you have people that love each other and can get beyond political differences. The Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.